Good evening and welcome to the 16th annual VisteBall celebration. Many of you have been with us for the years where we've been together as a group, a large gathering at the Tiger Town or at the RP Funding Center, or more recently at the Sun and Fun hangar. Uh, we are regretting the fact that we can't have everybody together right now, but we are excited to be able to offer you this virtual event. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. Tonight I have the pleasure of co-hosting with Steve Madden and Stephanie Madden, who are at their home. Steve, Stephanie, good to see you
Yes. Hey,
tonight.
Steve, how are you doing?
What is going on at your house?
Well, we have a group gathering. They're going to be socially distanced safely, but we're excited. They're starting to gather here at our home, and they've already started bidding on Givey, the app, for the online auction items. They're also doing things like buying tickets for the Barrow of Cheer. I understand that those tickets have started to spike. And then also they're excited to hear about the Corporate Cup Challenge. And so we've got a good group here, and I know there's people gathering, Steve, across the county, really, and joining us from out of state as well. So
Yes.
it's going to be a great.
We're excited about this opportunity, and obviously this is a whole different format for us. So we appreciate people being kind to us and embracing this change that we're going through. We're really grateful to a few folks that have made this possible on a technology front, because as you know, some of you that know me know I'm a reformed techno peasant, so not the person to lead the charge to go to a virtual event. But we are very fortunate tonight to be able to partner with some long-standing partners at MADE and at Indy Atlantic. They have worked with us for years in all the graphics and the videos that we use of many of our clients, but they referred us to someone else. They said, you need to have someone who can produce an event like this. And we're very fortunate to have been paired up with Nate Fleming and his folks at Lakeland Live. If you don't know, Lakeland Live is a nonprofit organization right in downtown Lakeland. We are recording tonight from their studio, and we have about 10, 12 people here producing this whole event. So we'll be introducing you to Nate a little bit later on and welcoming you to his studio. So Nate, thank you for helping us to make this a reality tonight. We want to kick off the evening, though, by introducing you to, again, our title sponsor for this event for all 16 years has been the Watson Clinic. And we have a short video that we're going to tee up to just give a shout out to them for, again, this year being our title sponsor for the 16th year in a row. Can we tee up the video, please?
A healthy tomorrow begins today, and Watson Clinic is part of your journey to a healthier, happier, more productive future. And achieving these life goals starts with Watson Clinic. From primary care to more specialized services, through every phase of your life, Watson Clinic is your trusted partner. Because it's your health, your future, your Watson Clinic.
We are so thankful that the Watson Clinic once again has partnered with us to be the title sponsor for this event, and shout out to them. Obviously, we're in companion organizations. Many of the seniors that we serve at Volunteers in Service to the Elderly need transportation to their medical appointments, and the vast majority of those appointments take place through the Watson Clinic or their associated offices. So again, starting out with our title sponsor, you'll hear more about some of our other sponsors as we go through the evening. We want to make sure, though, as you get started gathering your folks, this is the wonderful thing about going live. My phone actually still rings. Steve, I'm sure you're not going to have that problem, but mine's been ringing off the hook tonight. So it's all a good thing in an event like this that we have people calling in. Here, let me give this to someone else who can answer. Thank you. There are multiple ways to participate in tonight's event, and some of you have already been doing that. But Steve, maybe you can help us a little bit with what are some of the ways that people can participate tonight if they're just tuning in for the first time?
Yeah, great question, Steve. Stephanie's actually holding the birdie ball. And if y'all remember this, well, everybody remembers it, 16th year, but we used to buy these, or we will buy them next year. In previous years, this is one of the ways that we made money during the event, is that we sold birdie balls and we played those games, bid on things. You came home with a lot of great prizes. So what we want to kind of talk to you about tonight is what to expect both from the evening, but then also how you can help the organization that we all love so very much. First of all, tonight we have a pregame tailgate from 6 to 7 o'clock. So Steve and Stephanie will be your hosts for that time, and we thought it was super appropriate, given that our Tampa Bay Buccaneers will be playing just 46 miles away from here in the Super Bowl 55. So go Bucks, and give a shout out there. But tonight, really just it's about gathering together, learning more about Visti and how we can help within our community. A couple of things that we wanted to talk to you about in particular, or ways that you can collaborate with us. At 7 o'clock tonight, we're going to have some of our local celebrities participate in some game shows, and you'll be hearing from them actually during the tailgate hour. But we're really excited about that. So you'll want to gather around, make sure everyone kind of shuts down all their devices and gathers around the TV at 7 o'clock. We're going to be counting that down leading up to 7 o'clock. But throughout the evening, to Steve's point, rather than purchasing birdie balls and playing the games that we all love so much, what we'd ask you to do is to go to visti.org, the Givey app, and download that. We have an online auction happening right now. And if you would take a moment and review those items, bid on some things. We also could have you buy some tickets for the Wheelbarrow of Cheer. There's a wheelbarrow, thanks to Bruce Phillips and Crowder Brothers, that is just generously donated the wheelbarrow, and it's full of all kinds of wines and liquors and things like that you can. The tickets are $5. If you buy multiples, I think, Steve, more than 20, or is it more than 10? It goes down to $3 per ticket. And then we'll be, actually, you don't have to be present to win or on the virtual event at the time that it's drawn, but we're going to be drawing that at 8 o'clock this evening. And so that's super exciting. And the last thing is we still have an opportunity for you to donate towards your favorite corporate cup challenge team. And again, all of that is at visti.org. Along the top of the header of the website, you can see all three of those listings: live auction, corporate cup challenge, and then also the Wheelbarrow of Cheer.
Steve, thank you so much for bringing us up to date on that. And obviously, we'll revisit that throughout this first hour so that people will be sure not only they, but their guests will be able to get online. We really want to tip our hats and thank you to all of you that are hosting a gathering at your home tonight and inviting friends. We encourage you to participate in whatever way you wish and you're comfortable, but we want to make sure you have the opportunity to do that in several different options throughout the evening. So this 6 to 7 o'clock is really the pregame. We're going to be pretty casual about this. We want to make sure that you're setting up and enjoying the time gathering, and then everybody's in place so that you're ready to go at 7 o'clock. To start off, we also want to introduce this time some of our core services to educate people about what it is we do. And many of you know that the very first service that we provided back in 1983 was transportation in response to people calling for help to the doctor or to the grocery store or to church. So we want to give a little shout out to transportation, and we have a short video clip of one of our clients. Some of you may know Cookie, and just take a look to see what she has to share about our transportation program.
My name is Cookie Nana Baldwin. I've been in Lakeland for about 60 years. Visti has been helping me for years because I had a stroke and was completely paralyzed. For 2 years, couldn't walk or talk. They have been wonderful to me because if it wasn't for Visti, I wouldn't have no transportation because I can't ride the bus anymore because I'm afraid of falling. My children don't live in Florida. I don't know how I would get to the doctor.
Kelly.Neslin@mosaic.com.
To the grocery store, Vista helps me with my transportation very much. All I have to do is call. There are some people don't get no help but from nobody but Vista. And if it wasn't for Vista, I don't know what people would do. People that got money really need to donate to Vista so it can help those that are in need, because there's a lot of people that are in need. I love Vista. I couldn't live without them.
Thank you. There's one thing you learn in nonprofit work early on. There's no one that speaks with more authority than those that you serve. And when Cookie shares, she shares from her heart. And we have stories from other clients that we want to share with you tonight, just as a reminder of why we're here. The event obviously is a fundraiser. It's our one annual fundraising event, and we really encourage and welcome and appreciate the support that we've already received leading up to tonight. And we hope that you continue to be generous throughout the evening. But the point of why we do all this is to serve those that are in need. As you know, our mission statement says that we are enabling the frail and elderly to remain safe and independent in their own home. And no better time in our history, really, than in the midst of a pandemic to be reminded how important that mission really is. So we are very fortunate and blessed to be able to continue to provide uninterrupted services throughout this past year. And that's largely because of the community support that we continue to enjoy, the volunteers and the staff that have gone above and beyond to be able to provide services even under the most difficult circumstances. So thank you all so much for participating tonight. And of course, another one of our major sponsors who's been with us from the beginning is Publix Supermarkets Charities. And we want to just give a shout out to them as well, because Publix has set the bar for community service and helping us not only as Visti, but so many nonprofits throughout our community that we would not be able to do this without their ongoing support and the support of their many associates. So from our heart, we want to say thank you to Public Supermarkets Charities for their support, and we are looking forward to an ongoing partnership for many years to come. At this point, we want to also point out, talking about public, some of the restaurants in our community that have supported VisteBall over the years that this year we're not able to engage in. But we want to make sure that you know about them, so that if you are still looking for food tonight, or if you're maybe preparing for some gathering tomorrow night. I heard there's some events going on tomorrow night for some reason around a football game maybe, or just in the future. The whole point of this evening is to try and give back to those that have given to us over the years. And here's a list of those restaurants that have either donated food or provided significant auction items for Chef's Table at their restaurant. So we endorse these, we are grateful to these, and we want to encourage you to patronize those as you plan for your events coming up. Oh, I see we now have our president of the board with us via Zoom, Callie Neslin. Callie, are you there?
I am. How's it going?
It's going well. How are things going at your place?
Well, this is a good sign. The technology works.
Yes. So what's going on at your house right now?
So we're getting ready to take some ribs and some brisket off of the green egg, which have been going all day, and eating some cheese. And it's kind of nice with bedroom slippers on, not having to get all dressed up and go out.
So Callie, you're making me want to bid on that green egg in the auction tonight.
Yes, no, we can attest that it's a great value and we use ours often.
Okay, well, Steve Bissonette was talking about our sponsors and how Publix Supermarkets Charities has been so generous to Visti. But I actually was at Publix supermarket today buying some tailgate food, not just for tonight, but also for the Super Bowl. I wonder, are you going to serve tonight and then leftovers tomorrow, or do you have two whole different tailgates for the 2 different days?
Totally valid question. This is our reality, right? So today's run, we tried to do something a little bit healthier, sans Velveeta cheese and sausage, because tomorrow night for Super Bowl we'll go all out, but two separate, no repurposing.
I did the same thing. I thought, maybe I'll be a little fancier, kind of wine and charcuterie trays tonight, and we'll bring out the buffalo chicken dip and all of that for tomorrow.
Callie, tell us what game you're going to be participating in the 7 o'clock hour.
So I need to watch a little YouTube about Price is Right, because it's been a while since I've watched The Price is Right. Sorry, my tech support, my husband is telling me to hold the camera still, but you know what? We're making it work.
It looks perfect.
Yeah, Price is Right. So come on down. Can't wait. It'll be a fun time.
I'm excited to see more Bob Barker. We have an amazing 7 o'clock hour that Annette and I have been very excited to unveil to our Viste audience. So
it's a secret.
That's right.
There you go.
Well, thank you guys for hosting our pregame. I think it gives everybody an hour to figure out exactly how to find us. And thank you to everybody that's tuned in, that's purchased tickets, that's bidding right now. Don't bid on my items, but outside of that, bid high, bid often. And thanks to everybody who's supporting Viste tonight.
Thanks for your leadership, Callie. Steve, do you want to talk about the Givey app and just to remind everyone how they can bid on those auction items that Callie's talking about?
Sure. If you have access to the internet, you just need to go to viste.org, and the banner there is our VisteBall banner. You click on that, and it'll bring you right to the tickets and the app. To go into the auction, you do not need to pay a fee to do that. You simply need to select the ticket for the auction only, and you will then get an email back, which will have the code to give you the access to the Givey app. Once you're in the Givey app, it will show you, and you can see behind me now some of the auction items that are available, and there are over 140 items for you to review. Many have already started the bidding, so we're very excited about that. And the bidding will continue, close at 8 o'clock tonight. So we encourage you to check that out, and look forward to a lot of excitement as people begin bidding on some of their favorite items. We'll highlight some of those throughout the evening.
So Steve, I was going to just highlight quickly, I know we've got a lot of anglers who are watching us tonight, and the item behind us is been set up. It's the Ultimate Florida Anglers Catch is what we're calling it. And it features two items that are really, really unique. It's got a 65 quart Tundra Yeti cooler. It's a navy. It's a really nice navy color. And then it also features a twin power SW4000 XG reel, saltwater reel. So anyway, those are the two items that are in it. Then it's also got a lot of spirits. It's got caps. It's got gift cards. It's got bottles of wine, sunscreen, cigars. I mean, this thing is loaded. Beach towel, 2 Yeti individual 30-ounce tumblers. Julie Watkins helped us with this, and anybody who's seen a Julie Watkins item gift basket knows the quality that's in it and how it just doesn't disappoint. So anyway, we've had people just kind of leading up to VisteBall who keep wanting to bid on this, and I know that's an auction item on there, but if you're looking in the auction, it's the Ultimate Florida Anglers Catch, and you'll see that. So anyway, I have a lot of jealous people like Callie said, don't bid that thing up too high, and we're saying yes, keep bidding it higher. So
I believe that item is number 313 on the auction list if you're interested in that item, but we have many more. Thank you, Steve. All this talk about food and parties and preparations sort of leads us right into another one of our major core services, which is our Hot Meals program. For those of our clients that are not able to, or it's just not safe for them to cook at home, we have a Hot Meal program that we have another one of our client videos to help show us what that's all about. You're about to meet
I
Charles.
was born in 1937. At the end of the Great Depression, I taught dancing and acting all over the world. I didn't know anything was wrong with me at first. It took 2 weeks to find the tumors on my pancreas and my stomach. It was a 10-hour operation, 10 hours. He had 6 doctors helping him. Then I had to come home. If Vista was not here, I've only got a few relatives left, and I'm a bad cook, so I don't know where I would eat even. For people like me, it's a lifesaver, and you couldn't be better taken care of. Volunteers, the ones that deliver the meals, I've never had a bad one. They've all been very friendly. I deliberately try to be here because I like to talk to them. I like to talk, period, and I'm here along all the time, and they're very friendly to me, and that makes me feel good. I think it's very important to support Vista, and if they really knew how much it helped people like me, they would be eager to support.
Well, as I said previously, our clients speak with the most authority. And you just heard from Charles the importance of hot meals in his life and the importance of the volunteers delivering those hot meals. We have found that underlying all of the services that we try to provide, the issue of social isolation is really at the core of the greatest need of most of our clients. So we're just so thankful for those that help to deliver those meals and prepare those meals every week. We have last year over 36,000 hot meals went out to our clients throughout the course of the year, all delivered by volunteers. So thank you all so very much. One of the volunteers that helped to deliver, we're trying to patch in by Zoom, and that's Chris Asbill, but I'm not sure. Nate, do we know if we were able to get Chris patched in? Okay, we're working on it right now, and we're trying to patch him in as we speak. Steve, you have any thoughts about hot meals while we're trying to bring Chris in?
Yeah, Stephanie was reminding me, we have 6 kids, and one of the things she was telling a story about early on getting our kids involved in volunteering. And you want to share that story?
Yeah, so I was just thinking about hot meals and, around Thanksgiving time in particular. And so I remember, getting all the kids when they were little and going to First Presbyterian Church and snapping the beans and getting all the meal prep ready. And that was really fun to just think about as we were getting ready for our meal. We were also getting ready for a meal to share with our community. And I think it really came alive the first time my kids and I, it wasn't a hot meal, but it was a birthday cake that we were able to deliver to one of the Vista clients. And to see that lady light it up when we came and the kids and I went in and we had balloons and the cake and we sang happy birthday. That's just one of the highlights that I'll remember. Now, we did do that several times, but there's nothing like the first time, seeing my young children think, wow, to think that we had a birthday party with this lady who may not have had a birthday party had we not shown up. So hot meals and birthday parties, I think all of us being quarantined this last year with COVID have a new appreciation for what our elderly clients face when they're in their homes, and good for them for staying in their homes. But there's nothing like a real live visitor.
That's great. Thank you, Stephanie. Nate, where are we? Any luck? No luck so far. Okay, Steve?
One of the things I was going to say too is I just got a text from Syracuse, New York. I wanted to just call something out real quick. We have a live chat function or feature, as most people know, on YouTube. If you look down to the right, I believe there's a chat area. Just go ahead and let us know right now in the chat where you're watching from tonight. And we'd love to know that. We've got people who will respond to your chat, and we'd love to hear from you where you are and maybe how many people are with you or what you're serving or anything. So we just love to hear from where you are and just stay engaged with you during the tailgate hour. So
Sounds good. I know we even had some tickets sold in Pennsylvania. So
yeah,
very interesting to see what the connection points there. Steve, I think we're going to move on to the sponsor spotlight on Mosaic, one of our other long-standing sponsors who have supported us. You can see that their logo is help the world grow the food it needs. So it's a natural partnership for us to have with Mosaic, and we're very proud of that long-standing arrangement that they support us and the work that we do. And that's not only their corporate office, but also their employees as well. We are a United Way agency, and as such, I have the opportunity to go out to many of our corporate offices and to make presentations on behalf of United Way. And Mosaic is always a warm reception and very supportive, and their employees are very receptive to that ongoing support for us and the seniors that we serve. So just another sponsor spotlight to Mosaic and all the help that they provide.
yeah, Steve, I was thinking back to, back to Tiger Town and thinking about just how long Mosaic's been with us. And it was funny. Everyone has a memory, and it's Don Bosco in that food tent with that large 10 by 20 banner that says Mosaic, sponsoring the food tent and feeding the world, and of course feeding our 800 people that would attend our events. And so, just a big shout out to Mosaic, and also one of our longtime volunteers, Don Bosco, and his team. Wow, what a blessing he's been to us. And I kind of feel like maybe Don's taken a year off with us a little bit, which is he needs it because he's done such a great job, and to feed that many people at such a low cost, because he's, like you mentioned earlier, able to have relationships with other restaurants and other partners in the community because of his years and years of community service and just doing what he does with such excellence. It just reminds me of both Mosaic and Don Bosco tonight.
Yes, sir. Don Bosco has been an amazing part of this, as have so many of our board members that have chipped in to make this a reality over the years. We almost didn't know what to do this year because everybody's on autopilot almost. Okay, it's VisteBall time. I know my job. This year,
Right.
it's VisteBall time. I have no idea what I'm doing. So it's been a creative process, and we're really excited that it's turned out here the way it has. We're going to try and patch in Paula Mims at this point. Okay, we're waiting for Paula Mims to patch in. And while we do that, I want to do a quick reminder because my clock says it's 6:29, and we want to give everyone a 30-minute notice. At 7 o'clock, we're going to start the game show, which means we want everybody at home to be in front of your TV or your laptops or whatever you're watching, because that's when we want your full attention. And also at 7 o'clock, the Corporate Cup Challenge fundraising portion is going to come to an end. The Corporate Cup Challenge was an event that took place this past Monday at Lone Palm. We had 10 teams representing 10 different sponsors that competed in a shotgun start, a little friendly competition to help raise some additional support for our effort. On Monday, if you think back on Monday where you were, Monday afternoon, this past week, the temperatures were very cold, and in the afternoon they got colder. The wind whirled around, and it was really a testament to the players that they all continued to show up and have fun and had a good time and compete competitively for the bragging rights, if nothing else, to be the main sponsor and the winner. The photo behind me is last year's team winner, Made. They won the golfing portion, and they tried to defend their trophy this year. But we had a number of other competitors, and we'll see their pictures in a moment. These were teams that represented some of the major sponsors, so that as part of their sponsorship, they got to put forward a two-person team to compete with some other corporate sponsors. And again, this year is at Lone Palm. It was a wonderful day. Everybody had a wonderful time. You can see in the photo in the center there is Andy Bean. He was our honorary team captain again this year. He was very kind to those that weren't as skilled, helping them with some tips and sometimes helping them with a little bit of advice and how to move that ball perhaps a little bit up the field. Bob Max was the person on our board that coordinated the event and put it all together again this year. with assistance from Troy Garcia. So hats off to all of our Corporate Cup Challenge participants that braved the weather and that helped us to have a really enjoyable event. And of course, to our friends at Lone Palm for hosting us this year with their generous hospitality. Here is a picture of the winners this year. The golfing winners were Crowder brothers. You see Bruce Phillips, excuse me, on the left, and his partner Chuck McDonald with Andy Bean and Bob Mack. They did a remarkable job, scoring 33 best ball, 33 shots on the back 9 out at Lone Palm. So congratulations to those guys for winning the golfing trophy. But I also want to bring to your attention that all of those teams are still competing for a second trophy, which is for the team that raises the most money. So again, we'll lead you to Viste.org and click on the Corporate Cup Challenge, and you can scroll down there and see the list of all the names. If you can view the full leaderboard, there you go. You can see right now their goal is 25,000. They're just over halfway there. But can you click on the full leaderboard, please, on the left side, and you'll see a full list of all of the teams. Scroll down a little bit further, and we can see all the teams that are playing and where they are right now. Now, it's really important that we get your help, because you can see some of these teams came in late into the game, and they have not had a chance to fundraise as much. Well, that's really important, and you can help us out tonight, because the George Jenkins Foundation has offered generously to match the first $750 of every team's income. So every team, dollar for dollar, will be matched the first $750. So those teams that aren't at $750 yet, we're leaving money on the table, folks, and we want to make sure that all those teams get up to that $750, so then the match will kick in and they'll get $1,500 towards their team effort. So you can help us in that way tonight too. If there's one of those teams that you recognize you want to affiliate with, here's your chance to go and show them some love tonight. So with that, we want to be able to sponsor. Nate, have we had any luck with Paula yet? Okay, so we're still trying to make the connection with Paula, but we're going to move on to talk a little bit more about the Corporate Cup Challenge, and particularly our highlight on their sponsors with Dixie Signs. This year, Dixie Signs was the title sponsor for this event. It's the first time we've had a title sponsor, so we really want to thank Dixie Signs for stepping up to the plate and giving us that benefit of their sponsorship. And then, of course, each of the teams has been raising money as well. A little note for Dixie Signs. Roger Snyder is one of our board members. He's the owner of this company, and frankly, he's one of the most generous people I've ever met. Whenever we've asked Roger for help, he's always just said, tell me what you need. And there's a lot of things about this community that we have come to grow and love, and everybody knows how generous Lakeland can be. But I will tell you that Roger Snyder embodies that in his whole being. And with all my heart, I want to give a shout out to you, Roger, and thank you for your tremendous support for the Corporate Cup Challenge, for Viste, for me personally, for all of the people that we serve, that you have such a heart and a compassion for. It's really remarkable, and you are an inspiration to us all. Thank you so much.
Steve, you know, I was thinking as I was driving from Publix today back to our house, and I drove by Jason Whitty's house, and he had his big Kansas City Chiefs flag out front, and I just thought it made me think back to all the many years that Southern Glazers and Jason Whitty and his team have been a part of VisteBall, and just what a huge impact he and his team have made. And it made me just start thinking about Susie Penn and Dan McBride and JJ Phelan and Mike LePan and Bob Max. You know, there's just, you know, so many people that have played such a critical, Rob and his team from Saddle Creek. I mean, you know, where do you stop naming names of people that have just been so instrumental in the 16 years of VisteBall? So,
and then it's not just the board members that, you know, they bring in their children. I remember Jason Whitty would bring his son and help set up, and we'd get the football team or the lacrosse team to help set up. I know that even we've got Joel Ivy and Mike Brossard and Tony Camarillo and city folks who brought their spouses and are gathering tonight to be able to get together. So it does become a family affair, when you start to bleed green and realize all of the amazing things.
And
that
I'm looking at somebody now who is on the screen who's been with us from the beginning, and you just really miss having him in his Bill Murray outfit. He and Jill would walk around and just had such a good time. And so we're really missing Chris. We were going to have Chris go from house to house, but with COVID, we thought maybe we shouldn't do that. Hey, Chris, how you doing? Good. I don't know if we've got audio with you or not, but we're glad to have your video up. And we know you're going to be a part of our Price is Right. We're super excited. Chris, do we have any audio with you, or just video? Video up. And we know. Okay, just video.
Okay. Well, I want to see what kind of, now we're on Zoom, so you don't have to have your flamboyant pants on. You would always wear those flamboyant golfer pants every year at VisteBall. This year, I guess you got the hat and the nose to compensate.
Okay, Chris, we have you up now, so we can see you in all your decor. So now he walks away. Chris, we can see you now. Can you hear us? He's putting a thumb up.
We
Okay.
can't hear him, but he can hear us.
Okay.
So, Steve, we're coming up on 20 minutes almost to the countdown. We're getting close. We're super excited. Just want to remind everybody at viste.org, they can buy tickets for the Wheelbarrow of Cheer. They can bid on online auctions. Remember, like we said, if you're just joining us, these VisteBalls aren't working this year. They're all in storage waiting to be used again in 2022. But how you can help Viste is by going to viste.org and bidding on those auction items, buying tickets for the Wheelbarrow of Cheer, and then also, as Steve mentioned, those matching donations, dollar for dollar, up to $750, compliments of Publix Supermarkets charities, if you will contribute towards those Corporate Cup Challenge teams on the Corporate Cup Challenge. Thank you so much for that. Steve, what do you have for us?
Right. All right, and we're back in the studio live at Lakeland Live, and thank you again for your patience as we work through some of the technology, but we're getting it straightened out. We're in good hands tonight. We want to take the opportunity to highlight one more of our core services now with personal care boxes. And some of you know that twice a year we have 800 boxes of personal care items that are prepared. Many items are donated, some are purchased new, and we fill those boxes and have volunteers deliver them to clients that are on the lowest end of our income. So these are items that are filled with, or boxes that are filled with items such as cotton balls and laundry detergent and toothbrushes and toothpaste and things that, frankly, most of us take for granted. But if you're living alone at home, you're not able to drive, if you have a fixed limited income and you just really can't get out, these are not daily items that you just don't think about. These are extras. So for many of our folks, they look forward to these items. Again, in June and December, we work with volunteers around our community to deliver these personal care boxes. And I'm sure that if you've had that opportunity, you know how rewarding that is. We have a number of social civic groups and churches that help us to deliver those each year. And there's a group that helps recognize in December, right after Veterans Day, by adding to those boxes with veteran-specific memorabilia, hats, books about Soup for the Veteran's Soul. There's a lot of ways that people try to personalize those items and make that even more meaningful. So again, just another example of the way that we try to connect with people where their need is, and do that in a way that brings dignity and support and a reassurance of knowing that they haven't been forgotten. So Nate, let me ask, are we still in the Zoom cage here, or are we able to bring Angel on or no? Okay, Steve, did you hear that? We've got, we think we've got the technology bug worked out, and that Angel will be trying to join us momentarily. But in
That's
the
awesome.
meantime, maybe you could just briefly review again one of the ways to give. We've talked
Yep.
about the Corporate Cup Challenge. What about the wheelbarrow?
Yeah, so the wheelbarrow, thanks to Bruce Phillips and Crowder Brothers Ace Hardware, we have got one of the nicest looking wheelbarrows. And actually, we just recently moved, and I was going to get one, so I bought actually on I think it was Wednesday. It was the board meeting. I bought 33 tickets because I really want that wheelbarrow. And so
The picture of this year's wheelbarrow is on the screen now for them to see.
Excellent. So that's what the wheelbarrow looks like. If you're interested in the wheelbarrow or what's in it, it's kind of like it's a double bonus for you. So anyway, you can buy those tickets. Because I bought 33, I think it was $3 a piece. If you buy one, they're $5. They go down to $4 and up to down to $3 per ticket. And again, you want to go ahead and go to visti.org right now. This is a fundraiser. This all goes back to volunteers in service to the elderly, the organization that we know does such great work for the elderly in our community. And, this is your opportunity. We're not able to go buy those $10,000 putt challenge tickets. We're not able to buy birdie balls right now because we're doing this virtually, but you can help Visti right now by going and buying those Wheelbarrow of Cheer tickets. And maybe the stuff that's in it, you have a friend who would really appreciate it. If maybe you don't necessarily drink or you don't like what's the selection, there's an unbelievable selection though there. And the wheelbarrow is awesome as well. So we're getting down, Steve. I know we're getting to the 6:43 time mark. And so that means we're approaching 15 minutes till our launch, which is super exciting for our game shows and our local celebrities who will be participating in that. You want to kind of prep everybody as we get closer to that 15-minute countdown?
Sure, Steve. I understand we have Angel Davis on the line with us. There she is. Angel, how are you?
Good.
Hey,
how are
Angel.
you?
Doing great. It's so great to see you. I love the shirt.
Yeah, gotta represent. I'm so excited to be here.
We're excited to have you. What are you doing to celebrate tonight?
So I do have some friends over there in a different room, so that we're not getting any of the feedback. We're having some delicious food, and we are going to be watching just to see all the fun and participating, of course. But we're all wearing our Visti attire, so we're feeling pretty festive and just really excited to celebrate Visti and everything that Visti does in the community tonight.
Angel, you're the bomb.
You guys are the bomb for putting this together. This technology is great.
Angel,
thank you.
I'm so jealous of your accessories, Angel.
Little fancy for me. Gotta represent.
Well, Angel, thank you for getting dressed up for the evening and sharing with us some of your festivities. We will look forward to checking back with you in the next hour, and just enjoy the fun. Again, you're one of those board members that whatever we ask, you say, sure, how can I help? And we always appreciate that. So you guys have a good time. We'll check back with you in a little bit, okay?
Definitely. We'll see you guys a little later.
Thank you, Angel.
Thank you.
All right. Now we want to quickly take another look at a sponsor spotlight with the Estates at Carpenters. They are, again, one of our longtime partners. And as you know, the Estates at Carpenters, their whole life is about helping seniors. So it just makes sense that we would be in partnership with them. They help us in so many ways, not only for a sponsorship, but they actually help during the year to prepare pancake breakfasts and to do other things that support our seniors. So if we can roll that film, please. We've got a little take on the Estates at Carpenters. Well, thank you again. A big shout out to Brian Robert and his entire crew at the Estates of Carpenters. We want to remind everybody that we have only 15 minutes left now until the fundraising portion of the Corporate Cup Challenge closes. So we encourage you, if you have an interest, to go there onto our website and to make a donation of any size. We have, as you've learned, several different ways that you can give tonight, and that's one of those. Another way that people can give, if you don't win that big auction item that you had your heart set on, if there isn't a corporate team that you really identify with, but you want to do something to help out, we also have that opportunity within the auction to simply fund a need, to fund one of the programs that we've highlighted tonight. And you can do that at any amount. It's not a bid up auction. It's simply an opportunity for you to make a gift that you feel is going to a specific cause that you like. There's also the opportunity to simply make a donation on our website. So we, again, appreciate all the support, all your interest, and we want to give you multiple opportunities so that you can engage in a way that's meaningful to you. At this point, we have one more core service that we'd like to just point out, and that's our ramp. I think I skipped over Regal Automotive. Oh, we got the ramps up. They're already ahead of me. We have a crew of volunteers that we call the ramp crew. And these folks have been building ramps for us as volunteers for at least 7 years. And over that time, they have built literally hundreds of ramps. You'll see a picture of one behind me. This is an example of the type of situation where, in order to keep people safe and independent in their own home, sometimes that means they have to have proper access. And they may have stairs, but those stairs can become an obstacle to getting in and out if they lose their full mobility. Sometimes they get confined either temporarily or for an extended period of time to a wheelchair, and they don't have the ability to get in and out at all. We've actually had people call to thank us because they were trapped inside their home, and the ramp was the first opportunity they had in months to go outside. We've had other people, almost commonly, they contact us after they've had a fall and they've gone to the hospital for a surgery. They've gone to rehab center to get better, and now they're being at the point of discharge from rehab, and they're realizing they don't have any way to get back into their house because, at least for a time, they're in a wheelchair. So sometimes those calls come and they're very urgent. And we're very grateful to have a group of men that respond to that need by going out and building those ramps for them. Those are custom built. Many times it's a mobile home. Sometimes they have a carport that has to be worked around. Sometimes it's just half-height step with handrails. That's all they need. So fortunately, we have the ability to customize the ramp to meet the code requirements and still meet their personal situation. So we're very grateful to Don Van Hootie and all the people that make up that ramp crew that have not been able to work so much this past year, but we're building up a waiting list for them to get started in the year ahead. And for all the work they do for us, we're extremely grateful, and a big shout out to the ramp crew. With that now, we want to see, we've got another live remote if we can pull it up. We are working on it right now. So I'm going to go back to see if we've got that logo for Regal Automotive, because as part of the Corporate Cup Challenge, we've had Regal Automotive as a partner with us for many years. They've been a major sponsor of this event. They've also helped to deliver personal care boxes. They've helped to deliver other items whenever we have a need for extra volunteers. They always respond. This year, during the Corporate Cup Challenge, they went so far as to offer up several items for hole-in-one prizes, including a brand new Chevy Spark and a $500 gift spree to Callaway for the winners of the hole-in-one. Again, if you remember Monday's weather, the wind was howling, and we did not have anybody get that hole-in-one. But it was so wonderful to be able to offer these players that opportunity for a major prize that day. So we want to just, again, send a spotlight out to Regal Automotive for their many years of support for what we do and for their heartfelt engagement by all of their employees as they go along the way. Nate, you tell me when you think we're ready for the live remote. We have Steve Madden back. Steve, can you hear me?
I sure can, Steve. Can you hear me?
Yes, we're down to the last 8 minutes of our pregame here. So, what do you think? How are we doing so far?
I think we're doing great. I see that
Using the chat.
there aren't a lot of people using the chat, but I know that I'm getting a lot of text messages. So if you're on right now and you see the chat to the right, maybe you're just watching it from home or maybe you're on your phone, just go ahead and let us know where you're watching from, maybe your favorite VisteBall memory. It's funny, Steve, when you were just mentioning about Regal, what a great sponsor they've been. I remember when we wanted to add games in year 6 and 7 for those virtual games, and we didn't really have the money to do it. And Regal stepped up and said they would help us. And they've just been such a great partner over the years with vehicles and just, Sal and the whole family. Just what a great partner over the years. And as far as the memory, it was just making me think about when we had that $10,000 putt challenge. You talked about the hole in one. And I think it was Bill Schichtel, one of our board members at the time, was drawn and ended up putting the 60-foot putt, and it lipped in and out. And I went to go check the video camera, and we didn't have a tape in it. I know, Nate, that sounds strange to you, but we didn't have a tape in it at the time. And so we would not have been able to pay the $10,000 that we needed to. And so anyway, we made sure from that year on that we always had 2 cameras. Yeah, several cameras. So, but Steve, I think we're doing great. It's setting up to be a great evening at 7 o'clock. We're going to be kicking off all the festivities. I know a lot of people are gathering across the county, and there's a lot of food and drink and a lot of fun people.
So I was thinking of Chris Asbill, and he always, I think it was the first year he rallied everyone after the 60-foot putt.
Yep.
He just started to have a 40-foot putt and a 20-foot putt, and people were putting money into the hat. And it was so exciting there at the end for everyone that was lingering. And I wondered this year, if I've got my extra $50, my extra $20, Steve Bissonette mentioned about maybe putting it towards a hot meal delivery.
Yeah.
Could you explain how I do
Yeah,
that?
right now at Viste.org, if you go there into the auction, the first several items on there, if you say, none of the things really I care for, I've looked at them, you can go ahead and donate directly to Viste. This is a fundraiser. This is our signature fundraiser for Viste. And on behalf of the board, we want to thank you for being here tonight. And it's the pregame. We're just getting started. But if you would, and as we've mentioned several times, these VisteBalls, we're not selling them this year. But what we do have is a virtual event where you can go to Viste.org and you can click on several different areas. And one of those is, like Stephanie said, you can buy hot meals. You can go ahead and just donate directly to Viste, and you can do it easily, safely, securely right there at Viste.org. And thanks to our partners at QGive.
Yeah, I just think about, going to buy the tailgate food for tonight or tomorrow and how much we spend at the grocery store. And to think that those clients through Viste would be thrilled with a fraction of that for a hot meal. And, they're weighing whether they're going to pay for their medicine this month or how they're going to get to the doctor. And so I know that sometimes I get to that point and I think, oh my gosh, my favorite auction item is so sky high, I'm out. But I don't want that to limit people from knowing that you can still do good tonight. You can still provide a hot meal for a Viste client.
Yeah. So, Steve, we're down to 5 minutes. What do you have for us as we start to build up to our 7 o'clock kickoff?
Well, at 7 o'clock, we want everybody to be aware that, yes, the event is kicking off, the more formal program, if you would. So we invite you to invite your guests to come around the TV or the computer screen or whatever you're working on tonight and have them sit down and enjoy the program. We've got a very entertaining evening. It's going to be a game show format, and you'll learn a little bit more about that in a minute. We want to just reiterate that at 7 o'clock, You just have 4 minutes left. We'll close the fundraising portion of the Corporate Cup Challenge. And then later in the next hour, we'll announce the winners of the Corporate Cup Challenge for both the golf and the fundraising. At 7:30 is when we'll close the options, the tickets for the Wheelbarrow of Cheer. So if you are at all interested in the Wheelbarrow of Cheer, you have 34 more minutes to go online and to reserve your tickets for that. And then the online auction will continue all the way up till 8 o'clock, but it will close sharply at 8. So anyone interested in the auction, continue to follow that, and you will then be able to bid right up until 8 p.m. So we want to provide some entertainment. We want you to have a good time. We want you to be able to entertain your guests in your home at the same time that we're reaching those milestones throughout the evening. So thank you very much for being with us in this first hour of the pregame. We hope you've enjoyed this. We hope if you've had any problems along the way, you've been able to work those out during this time. And we just want you to have a good time tonight. We know that there are people all over our community that are gathering in small groups to be safe, but also to be able to continue a social interaction. When we started thinking about this months ago, debating in the middle of the outbreak of COVID how we were possibly going to be able to have an event this year, what really was impressed in our hearts and our minds was this is a social, engaging evening where people have fun, they play games, they have a good time, and it's all for a good cause. So what we really wanted to do was find an alternative way to have a social evening that was fun, a good time, for a good cause. So we can't thank you enough for helping us to do that tonight. We also wanted to do something a little differently to make sure that we took this opportunity to turn the camera, if you would, on those businesses, the local restaurants, the sponsors, the many people that make it possible each year for us to put on VisteBall for 600, 700, 800 people. The restaurants that donate food, the restaurants and businesses that donate the auction items, the small businesses throughout our community that donate gift cards and prize items that go throughout the evening. All of those things, we were not comfortable sending volunteers to you this year. And many of the businesses at that time especially said, we don't know how much we're going to be able to help. So we want tonight to be an opportunity to put the spotlight back on them and to help people to go patronize those restaurants. Say thank you to the businesses. Do work and recognize the corporate sponsors. They're the ones that make this all possible. And here's our chance to show them our love. So with that, we want to close for the pregame, and we'll be back with you in just a second with the game show at 7 o'clock. Yeah, can we run a countdown to the 7 o'clock hour? We go. Okay. Which page? Good evening. My name is Steve Bissonette, and I'm president of Volunteers in Service to the Elderly. I want to welcome you tonight to our 16th annual VisteBall. Obviously, tonight we're a little different. We're not 700, 800 people gathered together in the hangar at Sun and Fun, but we are here in downtown Lakeland, and I'm on location live in front of our international headquarters. One of the things that we love about this community is that we have a community that supports an organization like ours that cares enough about seniors, that cares enough about each other as a community to reach out with our heart and our minds, our bodies, our wallet, and we care for those around us. So tonight we want to be able to gather and to celebrate in a virtual way, to have fun, to enjoy the evening together with your friends at home and those that we have here in the studio. And we want to thank you for participating in this in a way that will help our seniors in need in our own community. As you know, our mission is to enable seniors to remain safe and independently in their own homes. And we do that by having this annual fundraising event to help support the services that are needed to assist each and every one of them. So tonight, we want you to be able to learn a little bit more about Visti, to have some fun along the way, and to be able to give back in whatever way that's comfortable to you. So with that, I want to introduce the person that is making that possible for us to do this tonight. When we were months ago trying to figure out how we're going to do this year, we reached out to our long-term partners at MADE and Indie Atlantic Film, and they have provided graphics and video for us for years. And we said, we need your help to figure out how to put on a virtual event. And they said they would be glad to help us once again, but we really needed somebody that would be able to produce that type of event for us. And they referred us to Nate Fleming at Lakeland Live Studio. So we met with Nate, and he has worked with us and been a phenomenal partner to come alongside us and to make this event possible tonight. And it is my sincere pleasure and privilege to introduce you to Nate Fleming, who's going to be our host for tonight. Nate?
Well, hello. My name's Nate Fleming, as you can see by, I believe, the name card that might appear beneath me. If you don't know my name by now, don't worry. I'm egotistical enough to repeat it every chance that I get. Tonight we're going to have a very, very, very fun time. We're going to be playing three completely, totally, am I not looking in the right way? I don't know. 3 different games. The first of which is Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? The second of which, we're going to play a little bit of Price is Right. And the third game that we're playing tonight is Family Feud. And all of those are going to be played by contestants who are calling in on Zoom into our studio live. And they will win, get this, a basket of stuff. There's supposed to be a rousing applause. Can we cue? Yeah, it's a basket. There we go. That's the live studio audience right here behind me, everyone. They are actually here, and they are not pre-recorded from a previous date to make sure we maximize safety while in the studio. That would be ridiculous. We're in show business, baby. So what I want you to do to enjoy this night is participate alongside with us. You can chat in the comments right below on this YouTube video, and somebody will respond, either under the moniker of Lakeland Live or the moniker of Visti. And it is truly my honor to be hosting VisteBall 2021. It just took me a long time to realize that Visti was not Spanish for dresses, and that it is, in fact, an organization that is volunteers in service to the elderly. You'd be amazed at how many months it took me to figure out exactly what that was. It's okay. If you don't laugh at the jokes, you're just like my parents, who frowned upon me for choosing a career in comedy. You can see why. Okay. So for our first game, we're going to need to get into Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. And in order to do that, we're going to have to make a couple calls in order to get across the thing. But there are some rules that are in place. We're playing with real, actual stakes here, like real stakes. So if people get questions wrong, they just don't get to play anymore. That's the stakes. That's as high as they get here. Since there is no money on the line and it's just a basket of stuff, you just don't get that basket of stuff. And I'm going to be honest, you're going to want that basket of stuff. And that's 3 times I've said basket of stuff. And I'm going to just keep this going for the rest of the night. So if you win, you can get a basket of stuff. So for our first game, we're going to have the wonderful Dr. Ockinger calling in, and we're waiting on him to chat with us right now over Zoom. He's going to be calling in very shortly, and we've even got the music going on right now for Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. You can see behind me the Who Wants to Be a Millionaire game that is prepped and ready. But before we hop into that, I'm fairly certain that there is a video that plays to give me time in order to figure out exactly what I'm doing so I can call the right person and we can get this show on the road. And this, ladies and gentlemen, is what we call in showbiz a teaser. Is it? I think I just made that up, and it sounds about right. But I believe we have the first of many videos we're showing you tonight to highlight exactly who Visti impacts. The people's stories who are changed in their lives that are shaped by the fact that there's people who come alongside them to help them live their daily lives as normal as possible. So if we can go ahead with just that first video, and I'm going to go ahead and call up Dr. Ockinger and see if we can get him ready for some Who Wants to Be a Millionaire.
A healthy tomorrow begins today, and Watson Clinic is part of your journey to a healthier, happier, more productive future. And achieving these life goals starts with Watson Clinic. From primary care to more specialized services, through every phase of your life, Watson Clinic is your trusted partner. Because it's your health, your future, your Watson Clinic.
Oh, I'm back on. Guys, listen, professionalism is the number one thing that I pride myself in. Making sure that I appear at all times as though I have everything together, which is why I dress in a suit jacket that is too large for me. It goes well far past my wrists. The jacket doesn't fit. It's also too hot in here, and I'm sweating from my forehead to the point where it is glistening. Those lens flares are not the lights in the background. It is just my forehead, letting you know that I am profusely sweating underneath this. But it's okay. I am wearing a vest. So that is what keeps it all together, folks. We are waiting right now for Dr. Ockinger to answer the phone call. Let's hop over to Zoom to see if he is calling in right now. He is not yet. We have sent him his invite, and we are patiently waiting for Dr. Ockinger to join us. But I want you all to know, Who Wants to Be a Millionaire is serious business. There is at least $1 million on the line. And you know what? One thing I forgot to address is that throughout this entire evening, I'm not going to be doing any of this alone. I actually have a magical voice in the sky that is helping me get through all of this. Magical voice in the sky, are you there? Well, I hear the magical voice. Let's see if we can. Is the magical voice there?
Nate, can you hear me now?
There it is. Thank you. I've
Nate,
needed a hand of guidance my entire life, and you are what I've been looking for.
Nate, I'm here for you. I got your back.
Most importantly, do you have the schedule?
I have a schedule. I don't know that we're following it, but I have a schedule.
Do you want to know why we're not following it, Magical Voice?
Why is that, Nate?
Because I forgot to introduce you at the top of the show.
Yeah, I know.
Professionalism is key. You could win a basket. Magical Voice, do you have anything for us to know right now?
Well, I wanted to take the opportunity to introduce Dr. Ockinger. Some people in our community may not know him. Is
you
that
know,
premature, or should we wait till he gets on?
he's on right now, and I don't think that is premature. To be honest, I don't even know Dr. Ockinger. He's got baskets on his wall.
Well, Watson Clinic has been the title sponsor for the VisteBall event for all 16 years. So we are privileged to have Dr. Ockinger with us tonight, who is the managing partner and chairman of the board for the Watson Clinic.
Welcome, Dr. Ockinger.
Oh, hi. Am I on?
Yeah, you're on. We've got you. You're live.
I'm live. Okay, great. Well, thanks for having me on the show.
It is a pleasure to have you.
What do I need to do to become a millionaire?
Well, it's very simple. We have 15 questions laid out for you, Dr. Ockinger, in the format of Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, the same one that was made popular by Regis Philbin. Now, this show is very, very simple. You just answer the questions right. Well, now that we've gotten all the explanation out of the way, we've got the board here behind me. It's pretty cool. You've got 3 options if you feel stuck. The 3 options are 50-50, where you get rid of half of the answers. We all know that. We have an Ask the Audience option as well. That is where you're able to just kind of poll our in-studio audience and see what the correct answer would be. And this last one, which is hiding behind me, is Phone a Friend. And that one you can call, once again, someone in our studio, because as professional as we are, we try to keep things simple for my feeble brain. So, do you get the 3 lifelines that you got?
I can't see anything, Nate. But
You can't see anything?
You're a small icon on my screen, but I think if you kind of guide me through this, I think we'll be just fine.
Okay, perfect. Well, that is what we call a technical difficulty, and we've been getting through them all night. Okay, so if we go ahead and begin this game,
This is the first time I've talked to a little icon on my screen.
You've
named
never-
Nate Fleming.
You've never
Yeah.
talked to an icon named Nate Fleming before?
No, never.
I want you all to know he just called me an icon. I'll take it. Take whatever I can get. So, Dr. Ockinger, the very first question that we have for you, I'll go ahead and say it out loud. What year was Viste founded? And there are 4 options. It is either A, 1983, B, 1776, C, 2013, or D, 1999. I can repeat them at any moment you'd like.
I'm going to go with 1983, Nate.
Is 1983 your final answer?
Yes.
We're locking that in. And it's right. Yeah. Congratulations, you've won a fake $100, but a real chance at a basket.
All right.
So, we're going to up the stakes and move to 200 fake dollars, Dr. Ockinger. 200 fake dollars. And a
Bring it
basket.
on. Bring it on.
So this second question, equally as simple as the first. What golfer was known as the Golden Bear? Was it A, Tiger Woods, B, Jack Nicklaus, C, Billy Casper, or D, Phil Mickelson?
I'm going to go with Jack Nicklaus.
Is Jack Nicklaus your final answer?
Are you trying to talk me out of it?
No, it's just the way the game is built. I have to increase the intensity for showmanship, I think it is.
Sure. I'm going to go with Jack Nicklaus.
Jack Nicklaus locking it in. Oh, you've got another $200. You got it right. Yeah, that's what we call in the show business a bait and switch. Yeah, that one's I've been working on that for a while. It's the same thing my parents did when they see me. Ooh. And then they fake like they're glad I'm here. So we're moving on to our third question. And this third question, I'm going to move over a little bit more. This third question is worth $300. This is 300 fake-arunos, all right? This one's pretty simple. I'll give it to you. How many of the 50 states in the United States of America are old enough to be VisteBall eligible? How many of the 50? Is it 13 of the 50? Is it 43 of the 50? Is it 48 of the 50? Or is it 50 of the 50? Now, just to talk you through it real quick, we can have some banter back and forth if you feel stuck, because at any moment you get it wrong, you ruin this entire show.
Okay. Now, what is the definition of VisteBall eligible?
Ooh, see? Okay, now here you're going. The definition of VisteBall eligible. The great voice in the sky?
I could help you there. All of our clients have to be at least 70 years of age to be VisteBall eligible.
There you go. You have to be at least 70 years of age to be VisteBall eligible. So let's just talk it through. How many states do you think are younger than 70 years old? Out of 50, how many do you think? Just off the top of your head.
I'm thinking none.
None are younger than 70. But, you know, if we were just to talk about it, you know, back and forth, me and you, mano a mano, about how many, between a number of, I don't know, 1 and 5, maybe.
Maybe 2?
That sounds like a great number. So if you take that 2, and what I've heard on the street is that there are 50 states, your answers you can choose between are 13, 48, 43, and all 50. So which one might you go with if that is where you're leaning?
I think I'll go with 48, Nate.
You're going to go with 48. Are we going to lock that one in?
Lock it in.
Yeah, we're locking it in. Is it the correct answer? Yes, it is. It was a hard one. It was difficult. Look, they're even clapping for you in our live, actually here studio audience. It's amazing. They just have not stopped clapping since we've gotten here. And at some point, I think they will get exhausted. So we're moving on to our next question. And this one jumps into the world of the wide world of football, the WWF, as they say. Now, in the WWF, which holds its great WrestleMania tomorrow afternoon, of all the people who've been to the great WrestleMania, who holds the title of oldest quarterback to win a Super Bowl? Is it Peyton Manning, Sean McAvoy, Bart Starr, or Thomas Brady? I would say Tom Brady, but me and him are on a name basis. First name. Man, some of these jokes just have not been written well at all.
Now,
we can talk it through. I'm here for you.
I think, yeah, maybe you talk me through on this one.
Absolutely.
I don't know how old Bart
Out
Starr
of
is.
these four, which one would you say is the one, I don't know, in the ethos right now, talked about a lot?
Might be playing tomorrow night, perhaps.
You never know, because I can't just give you the answer.
I think we'll go with Tom. Tom
We're
Brady.
gonna go with Tom. Is Tom Brady the one you're going for? We're gonna lock that in. Oh yeah, you got it. I'm so bad at sounding excited. I apologize. That's the second time I've done that to you, where I've screamed "ooh" like you've lost. You've won. You've absolutely won. He
I was
actually won.
nervous too. I was so nervous about that one.
Yeah, well, see, in 2019, he won at 41 years old, which, as I grow older, I realize isn't that old.
Yeah, he's a young pup apparently.
Yeah, so young. He's not old. He's not dealing with old. So, question 5. Which of these items? Now, this one is a softball. I'm not going to help you with this one. This one's right up your alley. This one is for the whopping, how much money is this one for? This one's for 1,000 fake dollars. Which of these items is roughly the size of a human kidney? Is it a bowling ball? Is it a nickel? Is it a computer mouse? Or is it a golf ball? Roughly the size of a human kidney. A computer mouse, a bowling ball, a nickel, or a golf ball.
Wow. This should be easier. I'm a kidney specialist.
I'm sorry. Can we just pause real quick? You just said to me that you're a kidney specialist.
I've never described a kidney as any one of those items.
You've never, not even once
no.
said, "Hey doc, we're going in to operate on the bowling ball."
Exactly. I'm going to use that. I'll use that on Monday. You know, your kidneys are like bowling balls. You know, it
Well,
just doesn't work.
How would you describe it then? How do you describe people's kidneys?
They look like kidney beans. They really do.
Okay, we've just transferred into like the Dexter TV show territory just now. I'm just being honest. It is terrifying
Dude.
for a kidney specialist to mention food.
But, you know, if you can imagine a kidney being about 13.5 centimeters in its dimension of its long axis, you know, then that's kind of what you're, you know. So I would say the length of a bowling ball would work, but
the size
shape
wouldn't
is all.
fit. Would you put
Yeah.
a bowling ball in your kidney area of the stomach?
Now, a computer mouse can be multiple sizes, so that's the tricky part. You know, I've seen some.
I don't know
Big
I don't know if
ones.
anyone's ever told you this, but you're too smart for your own good.
Nickel, it's definitely not a nickel. You got a problem if you have kidneys the size of a nickel. So we're going to rule that one out. What was the other choice? Bowling ball, mouse?
All right, since this one's so difficult, here's what we're going to do. Everything right now for this game, for you winning your basket, rides on this question right here. This one right here. This is it.
This is for all the
So
all
your
the kidneys.
decision
Yeah.
is between bowling ball, computer mouse, nickel, and golf ball. Which one do you think? And we're going to lock in whatever you say right here. And if you make a mistake, you admitted on live broadcast that you're a kidney specialist.
And I flubbed that one, yes. I'm going to go with the computer mouse.
Is that your final answer?
That's my final answer.
Let's lock it in. You are correct, and you have won 1,000 fake dollars and your very own basket. Someone who knows how to coordinate things
Look,
will
I
send
came
that to
prepared.
you. know what? You don't need another basket.
Yeah, I could put one right here.
You actually, that would work. You do need another. You need a fit. We have given you your 5th basket, Dr. Ockinger. You have created the infinity gauntlet of baskets behind you.
But it took me hours to hang this in this particular pattern, so I don't know
I
if
think
it's
at
gonna.
this point, you are admitting too much to us. Thank you so much for joining us. You did a great job making it to $1,000. Maybe next time we'll get you to $1 million.
All right. Thank you so much, Nate.
Thank you. You were fantastic and wonderful. So we're going to go ahead and say see ya to Dr. Ockinger. We got as far as we could in Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, folks, and he did a fantastic job. Didn't get a single question wrong. That's what we're looking for our next contestant. Voice, I'm pretty sure I'm off time because I'm very bad at time management skills. Another thing my parents love about me.
We're going to move on, though. First of all, hey, how about another round of applause for Dr. Ockinger
Absolutely.
and the Watson Clinic? Great job, great job. We'll have to double-check those answers to the kidney stones. But, yes, as we transition to the next game, before we do that, we want to take the opportunity to highlight one of our VisteBall clients. And we have a story of Virginia. Virginia is one of our favorite personalities and faces at Viste at the warehouse. So a lot of people know Virginia if they come in. And we have a little bit of a clip here that will give you some insight into her personal story. So with that, let's go to see Virginia.
I grew up in Richmond, Virginia. I was married at 17 and I had 2 kids. Well, I worked at a cookie factory for 22 years. It was good for me to work and do for my family. And we had a pretty good life. We were here 10 years and my husband got sick and I was his caretaker. My son come to live with me and take care of me. And I needed it for him to help me. My son was 48 when he had his stroke. My son is now in a nursing home. I don't drive. My husband drove everywhere we went, and then my son drove, and now Viste takes me to the doctor and to see my son, and they take me to the grocery store if I need to go. Sometimes I am really lonely, and I don't like being by myself. Viste and the people that do help me feel less alone.
Wow. I'm telling you, this stuff is amazing. I am truly honored to be a part of this. And to be honest, guys, I don't think my comedy matches the quality of what Viste has put forth. It's amazing what everybody does for this. I'm going to try to get better at segues one day in my life. But we're waiting for the next contestants to call in on Zoom right now so we can play The Price is Right. It's going to be pretty simple. We're going to have 4 contestants calling in, and they're all going to compete to figure out a bid. There's a number I'm looking for in my head that I'm aiming for. And once they get that number, whoever is the closest without going over, they get to come on down to play a wonderful game of Plinko on our board right here. They're going to start with 2 chips already, and then we're going to add some depending on the game that they play right after that. So we've slowly got people calling in right now, popping into our screen as we speak, and they're jumping in. So in just a second, we'll hop to that. But Voice in the Sky, do you have anything for me?
Well, actually, I do, Nate. Thank you. It's 7:23 by our watch, and at 7:30, we want everyone to be aware that we're closing the tickets for the Wheelbarrow Cheer. So if you are interested in getting tickets for the Wheelbarrow Cheer, you have 6 minutes left before we close that option. We'll come back later in the next half hour to announce the winner.
Yes.
It'll be randomly drawn, of course.
It will be randomly drawn.
And then a quick reminder that the online auction will be open until 8 o'clock. There's the Wheelbarrow Cheer. That is a picture of the actual Wheelbarrow Cheer for this year. So that's what you're getting tickets for.
This is the thing.
And that will be available, like all our other items, to be picked up at Viste starting Wednesday of this coming week. So here's your last chance. You've got 6 minutes left to go. Get your tickets in now. And that value of that wheelbarrow and all the contents is well over $1,000. So the tickets are $5 if you buy one. It starts to go down in price if you get 5 or more, and then at $10 or 10 tickets or more, it goes down to $3 a ticket. So you can get as many tickets as you want, but be sure to go in and get them now.
I've bought 1,300 tickets, so if I don't win, I will be upset. I need this.
We know that. We all know that's not true, Nate. You can't count to 1,300.
Well, Voice, you were the voice of reason, and now you're the voice of Burns. And I will tell you it hurts.
Well,
okay, well, sadly, even though I should be happy and cheerful, but the voice has attacketh me. That is Shakespearean for attack. But we're going to jump right into Prices Right, because I believe we have all of our contestants calling in right now, don't we? We've got one. Let's see if we can get a gallery view here of everybody together. We've got 2 contestants in so far. We're waiting on 2 more contestants to join. We're doing the best we can here. But how you doing there? I see we have you have name tags they have Prices Right name tags. This is incredible. Yeah, look at this. We've got Angel wearing a name tag. We got Callie wearing a name tag right here on our very own Zoom call. This is incredible.
Wait, did you call my name?
I did call your name, but Callie, come on down. Angel, come on down.
Yeah.
Man, I've always wanted to do that. Wow, how did you this is it? Did you guys make those name tags?
Well, you got to be hopeful.
Yeah. That is amazing.
I heard we were playing Price is Right, so you got to go all in. You can't just not have the name tag.
You have to. I had a name tag on my laptop for the longest time until it was stolen and then removed. So, since we've got 2 people here, we're going to give the other 2 another 10 or 15 seconds to join. And if they don't join, they forfeit. And it's just the 2. We've got Paula in. There we go. Paula Mims, come on down. Are those pie? Is that a pie pan?
No, this is a steering wheel because we drive our volunteers, and a birthday hat, and food because we give food, and we take them to our medical and we make ramp.
Oh, that is incredible. You have created such an amazing costume. This is great. All right, well, hey, we're just going to go ahead with the 3 of you for now because we have some time to keep, and I've already been doing a poor job of making sure we stick to it. So, here we go. You all have one opportunity to guess this one, and we're going to go in alphabetical order by first name for whoever gets to guess first. So, Angel, you will be guessing first. Callie, you will be guessing second. Paula, you will be guessing third. Now, whoever is the closest without going over gets to come on down. The rest of you will be kicked from the meeting unceremoniously so that the other person may play Plinko live here in our studio. So, for the first question, I would like to know the closest without going over the price of a supplemental grocery box. Angel, what is your bid?
I am going to say $50.
$50. That's locked in. Angel, you're at $50. Callie, what is the price of a supplemental grocery box? What is your
$29.99.
$29.99. $29.99. Angel, you have 50. Callie, $29.99. Paula, what is your bid for the price of a supplemental grocery box?
$22.50.
$22.50. And the actual retail price of a supplemental grocery box is $35. Callie, you are the winner. You are the closest without going over. The other 2, thank you so much. The fact that you are dressed up, both of you, in green with hats and name tags and steering wheels is incredible. Thank you for joining us. We're going to bring Callie on down to play with us here in the studio, a wonderful game of Plinko. So we're going to have Callie as our only one, giving her a spotlight, but I don't know how to do that on here. So we're going to go back to gallery view, and we're going to pin you. There we go. Perfect. All right, Callie, you are here now in our studio to play Plinko. We're going to go ahead and give you 2 more chips. We're going to give you 2. So you got 1. I'll give you 1. There you go. You have 2 chips to begin. So you have 2 opportunities to win up to 5,000 fake dollars, which will get you a basket. Now, these 3 items you're going to need to arrange in order from most expensive to least expensive. Average cost to build 1 VisteRamp, 1 year of housekeeping services, and 1 year of hot meals. Most expensive to least expensive.
Oh, I need some help.
You have 6 seconds.
Okay. So what was it? It was 1 year of hot meals.
1 year of hot meals, 1 year of housekeeping services, and 1 average cost to build 1 VisteRamp.
A ramp is $300.
I'm gonna say
Hot meals is $40.
A year of cleaning is the most expensive.
Okay.
And what was the other?
Build a VisteRamp and a year of hot meals.
A VisteRamp.
Is the second most expensive?
No, it's the least.
Okay. And the middle one.
What was left?
Yeah.
A year of hot meals.
Year of hot meals.
Okay, Callie, we're going to call you back in just a second because we're about to lose you. And we did. That's exactly what I thought was going to happen. We're going to have to join a meeting again. So if one of you doesn't mind, we have we have a sponsor video for you guys real quick. We're going to go ahead and play one of those sponsors.
A healthy tomorrow begins today, and Watson Clinic is part of your journey to a healthier, happier, more productive future. And achieving these life goals starts with Watson Clinic. From primary care to more specialized services, through every phase of your life, Watson Clinic is your trusted partner. Because it's your health, your future, your Watson Clinic.
I was born in Georgia, and then at 9 years old came to Winter Haven with my mother, and grew up there and graduated from Winter Haven High School in 1963. Moved around in the military for a little bit, and then eventually wound up as a nurse at Watson Clinic, and retired from there, and then we met about 10 years ago.
I was a forward observer and a forward air controller in Vietnam with the Marine Corps, and there was a prisoner of war camp known as the Hanoi Hilton. Senator John McCain was a prisoner at that particular time. My job was to observe and tell our people, do we attack? And my answer, or my advice back to them, was a simple matter of no, we don't, because there will be too many friendlies that will die in our effort.
Viste first helped us by giving us a place to volunteer and to belong. And then as our disability became more, we knew what Viste's resources were and were able to ask for the things we need. Viste is more than a group of volunteers. They're very caring people. When they come to the house, they're checking on us to be sure that we're okay.
If I need, I ask, they can answer.
Viste means hope to me. Without Viste, we would be struggling for the basics of independent living. It's just a lifesaver. You know, you can survive some way, but if you want to thrive, that's where Viste comes in.
Well, hello, everyone. The surprising thing about that last call is it was a lot like my comedy career, a complete and utter failure that no one saw coming. Okay, so we've got Callie back here for Price is Right to finish out her Plinko game, because we do not want to leave her without the chance to win a basket. In order to win a basket, she has to score on our board about, I don't know, let's make up $2,000. If she doesn't make $2,000 in our Plinko game, she's out, and she has a chance to get 3 chips. So, Callie, you're putting in order of least expensive to most expensive, lowest price to highest price, these 3 items: a year of hot meals, average cost to build a Viste ramp, and 1 year of housekeeping service.
Okay, most expensive year of housekeeping services.
Okay.
Middle meals.
Hot meals. You've got
Least-
your live studio audience.
Least
helping you.
expensive ramp.
Least expensive is ramp. Okay, Callie, so I'm going to go ahead and list these out for you. You get 1 extra Plinko. 1 extra Plinko. Go ahead and add that. So you've got 3 Plinkos to get $2,500. It's actually, the least expensive is the average cost to build 1 Viste ramp. That's about $350. The middle one, you got that one right. That's the one you got right. The other 2 are wrong. So let's not get too happy until we win Plinko. 1 year of housekeeping services is about $391. That's in the middle. But the most expensive item is 1 year of hot meals, and that's about $445. That's the top one, the most expensive. But Callie, since you're here right now, you get to play Plinko with our live studio audience. So, Plinko, you got 3 chips. You're just going to go ahead and say when you'd like the Plinko to be dropped. Our person operating the computer at the top is just going to be slowly dragging the chip along the area to drop it. And when you say drop, she will click the button and the chip will drop.
All right.
Dropped it? You ready?
Yeah.
Drop it. First one.
Drop.
Here it goes. 0! You got 0 on the first one, but that's okay. You get 2 more opportunities to hopefully not do that again.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. It's amazing. But hey, at least I'm good at being cheerful now. Let's try it again. So whenever you'd like to drop the next one, go ahead and say drop.
Drop it.
There you go. Oh, here we go. Is this the one? Is this the one that's the $5,000? Is it? Is it? Is it? Oh, you just won $5,000. Here's a dance the kids do. Yeah, you got you've doubled it. So you absolutely get a basket. This last one is just to see, can you do it again? Oh, okay, Callie, let's have you drop that one last Plinko. You've already made this a show. Whenever you're ready, just say drop.
Drop it. Like it's hot.
Ooh. The good thing is you got one of them to be 5,000. The other two were 0. Callie, thank you so much for being our contestant on our makeshift Price is Right. You were fantastic. You made it all the way down, and you're going home with a basket worth 5,000 fake dollars.
Thanks, guys.
You're welcome. Have a great one, Callie. We'll be talking with you soon. All right, voice in the sky. I know I'm well off what I'm supposed to be doing, a lot like my real life. Can you tell us what's next?
Nate, you're doing a great job. You really are. Everybody's having a fun time. We're having people call in.
Really?
We're chatting. They're saying, who is that guy?
Me?
What's going on?
Oh.
I've told them it was me in a younger life, but nobody believes me.
I wouldn't believe him either.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
You got it going tonight.
It's the hairline.
And we're well on track.
Yeah.
We have we saw 2 videos already of our clients. We have one more video.
Okay.
So we'd like to go ahead and tee that up. And this is, well, wait a minute. I'm a little out of order here. We're going to talk about hot meals and ramps first. We've already talked about hot meals and ramps.
Well, we can
Let's
talk
go
about-
ahead and talk about, let's go ahead and tee up the video. I think that's probably the right thing to do.
Let's do it. Let's watch this
We've
video.
got one last video of a client
I did
named
a lot
Henry.
of hard work in my
And here
time
he
working snow, ice, and stuff. I pick fruit. I pick apples. I pick pears, peaches. I pick fruit and Florida used to run from season to season. Then I used to do restaurant work, and cook, and wash dishes and stuff like that. And I did a lot of hard work. My wife died, and I had 2 sons now. And my 2 sons, they don't seem to want nothing to do with me. I raised them. You know, I don't like living alone by myself. I like to have somebody I can talk to and stuff and like that. Without Vista, I have no idea where I'll be right now. Maybe if without Vista, I probably will be living on the streets like other people. Other people don't pay attention to me. Vista does.
Wow. That actually is the video that kind of convinced me that I probably shouldn't come after that with a comedy piece. Mainly because there are real people behind this nonprofit organization that are actually 100% benefiting from everything that you all are doing today. For you hopping on and bidding on auction items or just funding a meal outright, everything that you do helps so much for all these people who are living on their own at home and can't do that normally without the assistance that VisteBall provides. It's one of the only organizations, correct me if I'm wrong, in the entire world that does what they do. So everything that you're giving today is a huge and massive help for everything that they do. And it is a truly direct impact that you can see that has been around since 1983. That's older than me, guys. So anyone who is older than me, you gotta understand. I look so good. Yeah?
We actually have the benefit when we work with people who are older than us of being able to reframe our sense of age. And not only is 70 the point of entry to becoming VisteBall eligible, we have 2 clients that are turning 106 this year.
106?
106 years of age, still living independently in their own home.
That's incredible.
It is truly remarkable to see what people can do if they just have a little bit of help. Sometimes just need a ride to the doctor's office or to the grocery store. Sometimes they just need a little assistance in their home care or that personal care box.
Wow.
All those little things add up to a lot. Everybody we ever talk to says if you had a choice of living in your home or having to go to some institutionalized care, they'd prefer to be in their own home. And that's not always possible, but when it is, we want people to have that opportunity in our community. And you're right, there is no other Viste anywhere else on the planet.
Nowhere.
We
This
are
is the only
very
one.
fortunate to be in the community we live in, and thank you for helping us to get that word out to even more people here tonight.
You're very welcome. It's been my pleasure. And we're at our very last game of the night, folks. Our very last game. It's Family Feud. All we're waiting on is two families for Family Feud. We've got the first family. It seems like we've got the Camarillo family joining us right now. Let's go ahead and toss the Camarillo family up there. Hey there, Camarillo family. How you guys doing?
Good, we're here.
Yeah, look at that.
We're gonna connect the speaker. We need a moment. Give me a second.
Okay. Hey, it's completely fine. You're getting everything in order. I love what you've done with the place. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, perfect. You won't be able to see me. I'm too gorgeous to be on too many screens at the same
Of course
time.
you are.
Oh man, that's me trying to build up my self-esteem.
Live TV's been great.
Oh, well, fantastic. I think I'm doing great too. Tell that to my parents.
I know.
Oh yeah. So yeah, how many people we got playing Family Feud tonight?
Well, I know Joel has 4 total, but I have 5 total.
You have 5.
Well, that-
Oh, so you just had to one up Joel. Is that what it is?
Pretty much.
Man, that makes sense. Hey, we're looking for the best family here. We're still waiting on Joel's family to join in, but I think we can
He
go
might
ahead.
need technical support.
He needs technical support. Is that what he needs? I don't have technical support because I also am bad at putting screens to do things. On screen time, do things, okay? So we're just going to go ahead and jump into Family Feud while we wait for Joel Ivy to hop in, which means that you guys are going to get control of the very first board. And once they get here, they'll be able to hop into control of the second board. We'll put those two numbers together to see which family is able to walk away with the basket. Okay? This is a basket on the line for Family Feud. One whole big old basket. You can put it on your wall if you like, but if you do, you're going to talk about how kidneys look delicious to you. Okay.
We're not hearing you.
You're not hearing me?
No. We're trying to hook up a speaker to hear you better.
Wait, hang on. I just want to point out, I just asked if you were hearing me, and you replied no at the right time.
Well, I know we can hear you, but it's not loud enough.
Oh, I'm not loud enough. Okay.
Yeah, we're trying to get on
One of you guys
So,
do it.
ladies and gentlemen, the moral of this story is that no matter how hard you try,
Get quiet.
gosh, I don't even have anything to follow that up with. Honestly, I thought I was going to go somewhere cool and interesting, but you know what, guys? I didn't go anywhere. And you said you had 5? Is that correct, Tony?
Yes.
I don't want to burst anyone's bubble, but it doesn't look like 5 to me.
It's not fair.
So where'd Brandon go?
Oh, he went to get a mask.
Oh, he went to the mask.
Okay. All right, well, we're going to go ahead and hop into our first board while we're waiting for Joel to join us. So, Camarillo family, you guys are going to be able to control this very first board. Now, are you guys ready for this? So, for this first board, let's go ahead and pop it up on the screen. Let's show the question. We're looking for the most popular destinations for Viste transport clients. There are 7 items up on the board. 7 items up on the board for you to choose from, and we're looking for the most popular destinations for Viste transport clients. Yes, Tony, you have one?
Lakeland.
Lakeland. You mean the service that exists in Lakeland takes their Viste transport clients to the city they live in?
I thought you were asking.
All right, we're going to go with Lakeland from Tony Camarillo. What do we have on the board? Well, look, all of us are just as surprised as you are at how that question didn't work. Yes, Tony.
We don't see the board.
You don't see the board? That's okay. There's nothing on it right now. Because you said Lakeland.
No, that's not what I said. What I meant was Publix.
Did you say Polk?
No, Publix.
Publix. Okay, so you meant to say the word Publix, but it came out as the completely different word with no P in it, Lakeland.
Yes.
Fantastic, Tony. Normally, I wouldn't let this happen, but let's see if Publix is on the board. And there you go. You've gone from not having one on the board to guessing the lowest one on the board, Tony. Be proud of yourself. Okay. So who do we have next, Tony? Who's next?
Right here, guys.
Right here, guys. Okay. Perfect. If you are, yes, fantastic. So we're looking for the most popular destinations for Viste transportation clients. What do you got for us? There's 6 options.
Doctor's office.
The doctor's office. The doctor's office. Do we have, is there a, yeah, do we believe we have dermatologist on the board? So we'll take it. It's sly, but we'll take it. Dermatologist. Show me dermatologist. Boom! You got more points on the board. Look at that. Now, we've taken the generic doctor and used it for dermatologist, and I'm just going to be honest, I saw Tony whispering something. I want to remind everyone that he said Lakeland. So if you're going to take his suggestion, just remember that that's what he said for real. So our third person right there in the middle with the gray face mask right here, you have a guess for us. What do you got?
Family.
Can you repeat that a little bit louder?
Family.
Panda Express? Hey, you got to yell like I'm not next to you.
Family.
Family? Transportation to family? Oh, man, you guys are just knocking it out the park. That is not on the board. Family is not on the board, as a matter of fact. The board has moved on to a different board. If you could go back to the previous board, we could be great. So family's not on the board. That's 2 X's for you guys. 2 X's. If you get a third X, guess what? The Ivies aren't here. That doesn't mean anything right now. So you can just keep failing as long as you want, and I can keep making fun of you for saying things. So family's not on the board. Lakeland's not on the board. We have 5 others on the board. 5 others on the board. What do we got?
Church.
You got to yell louder.
Church.
Church. Man, you guys are the most generic people I've met. Family, church, Lakeland. Great. At least we got Publix in there. I hate to say it, but our board does not have church on the board. That is the third X. But since we have the board up and we've got you here, we're going to go ahead and go through all of those destinations. So the most popular destination for our Viste clients to go to, and right now, just so you know, you only got 8 points, so just take that to heart. The most popular location for our Viste clients to go to is Watson Clinic. The second most popular location is Lakeland Regional Health. The third is dialysis. The fourth is an optometrist or an eye doctor. The fifth, you guys got dermatologist. And the sixth is a podiatrist. The final being Publix. So what we were looking for was just more specifics.
Nate, I'm going to
What was that again? You guys got to yell.
Nate, aren't all those in Lakeland?
Look, I will give you an extra 3 points for saying that, but try me again and see what happens, Tony. We're going to go ahead and give you guys control of the next board as well. You've got 11 points by my count. Let's go ahead and get you over to the next board, Camarillo family. Next board. Great, that music is incredible. You guys can't hear it, but that's okay. Items included in a personal care box, a box that is given to the Viste clients for their personal care. There are 8 things that we are looking for. What do you think are some of the 8 items included in the personal care box? Let's go with the person fourth in the gray sweatshirt next to the red man.
Toothbrush.
A toothbrush. Is a toothbrush on the board? It is the lowest one. Camarillo coming out the gate once again to show that they know what the least possible way of getting in is. All right. All right, we've got ourselves, it looks like a fan of Pirates of the Caribbean there. It's a pirate flag, right? That's the Pirates of the Caribbean?
That's what Joe Box.
Yeah. I know I'm right. I'm more right than Lakeland. So, what do you think? There's 7 other items you can include in a personal care box. What do you think one of those 7 items would be? And yell at the top of your voice for me.
Oh.
It was soap. Let's see if soap is on the board. Wow, the number one answer. So, as of right now, you are the smartest one in the entire family. Take that to heart. We're going to head back over to you, Tony, because I want to see exactly what comes out of your mouth. We have 6 other things for you to choose between that could be in a personal care box. What do you think, Tony?
Toilet paper.
Is toilet paper on the board? Ah, that's a big ol' X. It is one of the items included in a personal care box, but it's not one of the top 8 items. Tony, yet again, you cease to amaze. All right, next up, we got enough time for each of you to have one more, and we're going to do one more real quick. What do you think's in a personal care box, number 2?
Shampoo.
Shampoo. Is shampoo on the board? It's right there as the third answer. Look at you guys putting points up there. All right, look at that. Number 3, come on, we've got a streak going on. What do we got?
Deodorant.
I'm sorry, what was that again? Deodorant? It's on the board. Look at that. We're just crushing these. Deodorant is on the board. We've got a couple more up there. What do we got over here, number 4? Toothpaste is on the board. We've got you guys having almost all of them right. At this point, you've only got 2 left that are up there. 2 left that are up there. 2 options. So what do we got over there, Buccaneers?
Yeah. Lotion.
Lotion is on the board. This round, you guys have blazed it out. You've gotten 7 out of the possible 8 items that are on the board. Camarillo family, I must say, board to board, this is a 100% improvement because you've not let Tony say as much as he did the first time. And Tony, I will apologize to you personally in an email for what I have done to you on a live stream. Okay, perfect. Well, hey, you guys have been fantastic. Thank you for participating in Family Feud with us here. It has been a pleasure having you guys. We are going to move on to the next item in our list of things to do tonight because we have a wheelbarrow of cheer coming very shortly where we're going to spin that wheel and you're going to find out who wins the wheelbarrow of cheer. You guys have a great night.
Yeah.
All right, great voice from the beyond. What do you got?
All right, Nate, that was hard to follow, but we're going to try and wrap this thing up with announcements of some winners.
Perfect.
We all like to be a winner, right?
You've got some announcements for some winners. I'm going to go ahead and start working magically behind the scenes on this wheelbarrow of cheer.
Okay.
So if you want, you can come over here where I am and talk to our lovely audience. You all have been fantastic, and I will be back in a minute to tell you more jokes that fall flat on their face. So sit right there while I go arrange the wheelbarrow of cheer. The wheel of the cheer. There's more where that came from, folks. Come on over here.
All right, let's hear it one more time for Nate Fleming. Done a great job carrying us tonight. I know we've had a few technical difficulties, but he has figured out a way to keep this going and keep it entertaining. And we thank everybody for your participation tonight, especially those that participated as game contestants. We do have a announcement to make for the Corporate Cup Challenge. The winner of the golfing portion again is Ace Hardware. Bruce Phillips and Chad McDonald were the winners there on the course on Monday. And now we have an announcement for the winners of the fundraising portion. And I'm happy to announce, and perhaps no surprise to some, Publix. The team from Publix is the winner of this year's fundraising portion of the Corporate Cup Challenge. We want to thank Publix so much. Their team raised nearly $4,000 to help in the assistance to our seniors in our community. And together, collectively, all of those teams brought in another a total of just over $12,000. So thank you to all of the teams that represented the corporation so well tonight and throughout the week. And we're very grateful, and we'll have those trophies. We'll figure out how to get those to you in the weeks that come. We also have, as you know, Nate is getting ready to have the surprise random drawing of the wheelbarrow of cheer. And we know that you'll want to wait to see who that lucky winner is, and that'll be coming up in just a moment. a quick reminder that we have just 4 minutes left now for the end of our auction. So if you have anything in the bid, this is your time to double check. If you want to place a bid for the first time, this is the time to do that. You have 4 minutes left until that auction will close. All the items in the auction are on location at Viste. And we simply ask for the winners to come beginning Wednesday of this week, anytime between 8 and 4 p.m., 8 a.m. to 4 p.m., to pick up your prize. If that presents a problem, please call us. We'll work something out with you, but we are not in a position to ship items to you. Okay, so please, we welcome you to come and visit us at the International Headquarters of Volunteers in Service to the Elderly. So with that, we are down to 3 minutes for the auction to close and this evening's festivities to be completed. And right now, Nate has pulled up, we have over 1,200 tickets for the Wheelbarrow of Cheer, and every single name is on this dial. Nate, how does this work?
In front of your eyes and see who the winner for the Wheelbarrow of Cheer is.
That's all it takes?
That's all it takes is one tap to spin.
I'm feeling kind of nervous about that.
Well, I believe we're about to find out that I put my name in over 1,200 times in order to win this Wheelbarrow of Cheer.
Okay. Can we have a countdown from the audience?
Here we go.
3, 2, 1. Whose name will it be? We're going to see it in just a second. Angela Rachel, congratulations! You won the Wheelbarrow of Cheer. That's pretty cool.
That is really cool.
We've never done it that way before.
We've not done it that way before.
Well, Angela, congratulations. You are the big winner of the Wheelbarrow of Cheer. And again, please contact, just go onto our website, contact us at info.org or viste.org, and we'll be happy to work out the arrangements for that. That's a wonderful prize, and of course, we all hope that you will invite us to join you after you pick up your prize. And with that, we want to thank everyone again for all their participation in this whole event. We also want to remind you that if you do not win an auction prize tonight, please consider going back into the app under Fund a Need and help support one of the other programs that we've talked about tonight throughout the evening. All of the support that everybody has provided, it's really been an outpouring of support from the entire community. We can't thank you enough. It does take money to do this. It also takes people to volunteer and to be ambassadors for Viste. And frankly, every one of us has the opportunity to be a volunteer in service to the elderly. The pandemic has put us all in a position where many are staying home. They are not coming out. Some of them are just our neighbors. Some are our family and friends. So hopefully all of this is a reminder to everyone that we all need to be on the lookout to help those that are around us in need, and we can all do something to make a difference in their life. It doesn't have to be a big commitment. Every little bit helps, which is exactly how we exist. Everyone's contribution makes a difference. Everyone's effort is part of the bigger team. And in doing so, we're able to assist over 4,000 seniors in our community to help them remain safe and independent in their own homes. For that, we thank you all. It's now 8 o'clock. The auction has completed. Our event is done. We want you to continue to be safe in your own home. And we're going to close out our evening night just by saying thank you once again to Nate Fleming and all his folks at Lakeland Live. And with that, I believe
say goodbye with this wonderful sign behind us.
Nate is telling me we're going to cue the sign and say goodbye to you from Volunteers in Service to the Elderly. Thank you all.
Come on over here, Steve. You're here too. Come on. We all come by here. We can all get right in the sign. We're just waving, see you later. Thank you guys so much. Indie Atlantic video. You can go ahead and cue that. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. I have been your host for the game portion, Nate Fleming, and we have had the wonderful Steve Bissonette as your host for every portion, because without a backbone, the rest of the body can't dance like I do. Yeah, see?
It's been a real pleasure, Nate. Thank you
It's
so
been-
much
You're very welcome.
for your generous hospitality here at Lakeland Live Studio, for all the folks that have been here in the background helping us out throughout the night, and all of you at home for making this possible. God bless you all, and thank you very much. Have a good night.
Have a good night.